For those of you just joining us, I want to give you a very, very warm welcome to Toshi Koshi Keiko 2021-2022. My name is James Pankiewicz. This is the Asato Dojo here in the heart of Naha, Okinawa. I'm joined today by Scot Mertz sensei. Thank you very much for coming. And Miltos Bratlis, my fellow Matsubayashi karateka here in Okinawa. I'm really glad that you've all come and joined us tonight. We're just 1 hour away from the end of the year here. So I thought what we do is we get some training in, be kind of Shorinryu style training for the first half, and for the second half we'll be doing kobudo, some bow tie side drills. I'm looking forward to. That's going to be new for me too, so it's going to be fun. Yeah, let's just talk a little bit about Toshi Koshi Keiko. So I don't know if you guys have come across the term before, you know what it means, but Toshi Koshi means the passing of the year, moving from one year to the next. And in Okinawa, usually people would talk about Toshi Koshi Soba, the soba, the noodles, which are kind of backbone of Okinawan cuisine. So right now, all around here, families will be gathered together and they'll be eating Toshi Koshi Soba, which is this soba that they eat just at the passing of the old year into the new year. Toshi Koshi Keiko is also a tradition here in Okinawa. In a lot of dojos, there'll be many other dojos tonight that'll be doing the same thing. And what better way to see out the old year and see in the new year with strong spirit and good cheer. So Toshi Koshi Keiko is our tradition, and we love to do it. But there's another phrase which we're also kind of going to do this year, well, in this session too, which is Hatsugeko. So Hatsugeko, it means the first training of the new year. And since we'll be going through midnight here and into the new year, technically, we're also going to be doing Hatsugeko in the second half. So you guys get to experience two traditions in one session. Toshi Koshi Keiko and then Hatsugeko as we go into 2022. Yeah, just to give you guys a little bit of background, you know, Okinawa, like the rest of Japan at the moment, is kind of closed to inbound tourism. So many of our friends who would normally come and visit Okinawa every year haven't been able to come here for, what, 2 years now. Yeah. Very, very frustrating. I'm really hoping that in the coming year, the situation will get safe enough that Japan will open its borders again for normal visitors to come in. Fortunately, here, vaccination rates are pretty high. You know, Okinawa hasn't really had sort of the crisis that's been seen in other places. So I think we've been fortunate. Of course, you know, the virus is still going around, but fingers crossed. And, you know, we approach it with positive spirit and all due care to hope that it will get better in the next 6 months or so, right? Yeah. I am hoping that certainly by the end of 2022, we will be able to welcome people back and be able to resume the kind of events that we love to run here, international seminars, international gatherings. There is a large international competition planned for August here in Okinawa, which everybody's looking forward to too. So fingers crossed that 2022 will allow us to do that. Okay. Right. So let's get started. Feels like we should start to get a sweat on. Thank you again for everybody for joining us. Okay, we'll start with a bow to the front of the dojo and then a bow to each other as we usually do. Hai. Yosuke. Shomen ni. Rei. Hai. Otagai ni. Rei. Onegai shimasu. Let's get started. What we're going to do is just go through warm-up exercises that we do here that are derived from the Matsubayashi system. Okay, and the principle is that we're going to start from the extremities, work into the core. So we're going to start with the ankles. Okay, we're going to roll up on the toes and then back and raise the toes. Up and then back, up and then back. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, rok, shich, hach, kyu, jup. Okay, good. Okay, squats. We're going to go down to the elbows touch the knees. Okay, try and go down with a straight back, try not to look down, okay? Hi, ready, squats. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, rock, chich, hatch, cube, jip. Okay, excellent, good stuff. Okay, hands on knees. We're going to rotate around in a circle. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, and hantai. All the way, ich, ni, san, shi, go. Okay, good stuff. Okay, knee raises. Want to bring the knee up to hit the hand, okay? Try not to drop the hand to the knee. Try and get those hands out at about shoulder height. Here we go, from the left. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, rock, chich, hatch, cube, jip. Good. When we're doing these sharp lifting exercises, we really want to work the connecting tissue from the top of the leg to the stomach. This is called Gamaku in Okinawan. And this is really that we really want to train this so we have that snappy leg raise and kick. Okay, so next we're going to do leg raises. Not kicks, just raise the leg. So hands out to your kind of diagonal corner. Straight leg lift to the left and then to the right, okay? Don't overdo it, don't strain yourself. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, rock, chich, hatch, cube, jip. Good stuff. Same again, this time in front. Hands out in front of shoulders. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, rock, chich, hatch, cube, jip. Good. Out to your side. This time raise with the toes up. So you're going to open up the hip joints a little more. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, rock, chich, hatch, cube, jip. Okay, good stuff. Okay, hands on hips. Rotate round. Ich, ni, san, shi, go. Hantai. Ich, ni, san, shi, go. Okay, good, good. Okay, forward bend. So we're going to bring the hands over, go down, touch, come back and stretch the other way. Okay, so that's one repetition. Try to fold here. Yeah, fold here rather than kind of extending your lower back, right? Rather than making a sort of a curve, just try to fold here at the front of the groin. Okay? And you can breathe naturally as you do it. Yeah. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, rock, chich, hatch, cue, a little bit deeper. Jip. We're going to do side stretches. So feet shoulder width apart. Bring the left hand in, right up, up. We're going to stretch over and down. And the other side. Hitch, knee, thumb, sheep, go, rock, chich, hatch, cube, jip. Okay, good. And again, from the square stance, just twist behind, left and then right. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, rock, chich, hatch, cube, jip. Okay, good. Okay, jump up to the head, look left, look right. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, rock, chich, hatch, cube, jip. Look forwards and down and up. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, rock, chich, hatch, cue, do. Good. Lean the head to the left shoulder and then to the right. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, rock, chich, hatch, cue, do. Rotation. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, and the opposite direction. Hand tight. Ich, ni, san, shi, go. Okay, good. Let's roll the arms forward. So make circles forwards. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, rok, shich, hach, kyu, ju, and back. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, rok, shich, hach, kyu, ju. Okay, a little bit of a challenge. Hands in opposite directions. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, and opposite. Ich, ni, san, shi, go. Okay, good stuff. Okay, guys, from the elbows, just rotate forward. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, rok, shich, hach, kyu, ju, and the opposite way. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, rok, shich, hach, kyu, ju. Just shake off the wrists, nice and loose. And bring the hands up and then drop. Allow them to just stretch loosely. Yeah. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, rok, shich, hach, kyu, ju. Good. Okay. Okay, fantastic. Good, good, good. Okay, we're going to run through some basic movements. What we're going to do actually is just jump into what we call Tanren training, Tanren Kiso. So these are basic movements derived from our kata, again for conditioning kind of strength into the body. So think of this as just kind of the second part of the warm-up, okay? So we're going to go into Kibadachi, the kind of horse riding stance, feet just wider than shoulder width, knees slightly bent. Okay, from here, first we're going to do ashibarai. Okay, sweep up to touch the inside of your leg or to go in front. Either one's okay. Try to avoid moving left and right too much. From the left, ich, ni, san, shi, go, rok, shich, hach, kyu, ju. Good stuff. Okay, same movement, but now we're going to add in the stamp. So sweep and stamp on the way down, okay? Stamp with the ball of your foot, not your heel. Okay, make sure your ball comes down, you land on the ball of your foot. Okay, just so you make sure you guys can see. So from the left, ich, ni, san, shi, go, rok, shich, hach, kyu, ju, bai. Okay, good. Okay, move up to the hands. We're going to stretch out and come back. Right, try and allow your joints to stretch and then come back using the sort of natural elasticity. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, rok, shich, hach, kyu, ju. Good. Okay. This time, same again, but try to generate the beginning of each movement from the hip. So you're going to go left, right. Try to start the movement from your left hip, and then the next one from your right hip. But both hands are going out just as before. Okay? Ich, ni, san, shi, go, rok, shich, hach, kyu, ju. Hey. Good. Okay, now we're going to go forwards. We're going to do this kind of movement, like a rolling back fist type movement. Okay? Keep your structure slightly, knees slightly bent and straight. Hey, ich, ni, san, shi, go, rok, shich, hach, kyu, ju. Good. Again, same movement, but try to initiate the movement from your hips, from your center. So we're going to use the body to put the energy forward and extend into the arms, yeah? Okay, so just keep those hips nice and loose and let them flex forward. Again, you're going to work Gamaku here, right? Hey, ich, ni, san, shi, go, rok, shich, hach, kyu, ju. Good, okay. Next one, cross position, down to sort of Gedan Barai type position, right? Here, down, here, down, okay? So really let the elbow and the wrist extend. Let the arms extend and stretch, and then come back to natural position. Here we go. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, rok, shich, hach, kyu, ju. Good. And again, now let's just really focus on making the movement happen from the hip. So we're going to go both arms, but drag from the left, drag from the right. Initiate left, initiate right. So this is now that dropping lateral movement, dropping your hip down. Right? Ich, ni, san, shi, go, rock, shich, hach, kyu, ju. Okay, and relax. Okay, good. Next movement. Again, keep it at, and roll to uke. So both hands in a chudan uke position. Okay. Just hold your elbow about a fist distance in front of your body. Keep it level with your shoulder. Right? Okay. Now just relax, move them down and back. Alternate right over left, left over right. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, rock, shich, hach, kyu, ju. Good. Good. Gedan, chudan. So take one of these down to gedan. Right? Try and have those hands at about 90 degrees to each other, yeah? Right? Don't pull them in too tight. Keep that 90-degree angle there in the elbow. You want to close, cover the center, and change. Cover your center and change. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, rock, shich, hach, kyu, ju. Good. Okay. This is a really fundamental movement. It comes up in so many of our kata, this kind of use of the two arms together, driven by the motor of the body in the middle. Okay. Let's try it one more time. This time, probably before you were thinking about this is maybe like uke, like defending. Think it back now as attacking. Yeah, so those arms are going to shoot forward. They're going to shoot forward and hit. Both arms are hitting. Think about hitting with both hands at the same time now, okay? Don't go straight. Keep your angle, but think about energy going forwards. One more time. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, rock, shich, hach, kyu, ju. Okay, good. Okay, bring the hands back, chamber just in front of the left hip. Okay, so first we're going to work nice and slow. Just pivot, pull, pivot from your body, torso, and back. So try not to let your knees collapse. Keep your stance. Pivot to the left, breathe, to the right, left, right. Okay, so really now work the twist in your torso. Okay, ich, ni, san, shi, go, rock, shich, hach, kyu, ju. Good, fantastic. Okay, we're going to do that with some snap, some speed now. Here we go. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, rock, shich, hach, kyu, ju. Excellent. And again now, pull from the hip. So rather than making the arms do all the work, pull from the hip and use the hip as the dynamo. The hip pulling the rest of the body into place. All right, so here we go. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, rock, shich, hach, kyu, ju. Okay, okay, and relax. Good. Okay, excellent. Okay, and throw some kicks in there. Okay, we're going to do Maegeri Chudan, so middle front kick. Okay, just from Shizentai, natural position. Okay, don't need to go down into a stance. Just try and stand naturally with joints slightly flexed and just kick to the center. Okay, we're still in warm-up phase, so don't overdo it. Here we go. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, rock, shich, hach, kyu, ju. 10 more. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, rock, shich, hach, kyu, ju. 10 more. A little higher. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, rock, chich, hach, kip, chip. Okay, good stuff. Okay, next kick, Mawashi Gedi. So Mawashi Gedi isn't actually a kick that features in Matsubayashi Ryu in our traditional kata, but we're just going to work this Mawashi Gedi, this turning kick, as a variation on the front kick, okay? So the leg's going to come in as if for my Gedi, but then we'll twist and kick up at an angle. So imagine we're kicking up into the ribs or and head if it had been brought down. So from here, okay, try to chamber up like a front kick, then twist and kick in like a Mawashi Gedi. Okay, again from Shizentai. Right. Ich, ni, san, chi, go, rock, shich, hach, kip, chip, be. Good stuff. Next one, sokoto, side kick. Again, we're going to pull this straight from our kata, from our pasai kata. This is actually not so much a kick as a low thrust. Okay, so imagine that we are grabbing and thrusting down pretty much through the knee side of the leg, yeah? Okay, we're going to work forward, so slightly offset and kick down, offset, kick down, okay? Right, here we go. Ich, ni, san, chi, go, rock, chich, hach, kip, chip. Okay, good stuff. Okay, going to move smartly on. Back up to hand techniques. I'm going to take shuto uke position. So this is hanmi, neko ashidachi. So half body stance, cat stance, neko ashidachi, with shuto position in the hands. Yeah. Okay. And from here, just going to work our shuto. Okay. Bringing it in, and then snapping out with snap. Okay. If you can, if it's basic, just work the front one. If you can, work the two hands together. Okay, here we go. Left hand side. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, rock, shich, hach, kip, chip, ai. And change. Right hand side. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, rock, shich, hach, kip, chip, ai. Fantastic. The next one, haito. Haito is ridge hand. Okay, we're going to use it soft to snap, soft to strong position. Yeah, imagine we're diverting and coming over the top. Okay, so you can try to engage the hip too. All right. So again, from a half body position, not cat stance this time, just equally weight 50-50. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, rock, shich, hach, kip, chip. Good. Change. Right hand side. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, rock, shich, hach, kip, chip. Good. Good. Okay, excellent. Okay, we're going to wrap up this section before we take a short break. We're going down to Zenkutsudachi, and this is Zenkutsudachi my Gedi, ne? So my Gedi Chudan, front kick, center level, middle level. Try and keep nice and low. Yeah. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, rock, shich, hach, kip, chip, and change. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, rock, shich, hach, kip, chip, wait. Okay, good. Okay, actually, one more set of kicks we're going to do, then you guys get to take a break. Okay, we're going to do Mikatsu Gedi, so crescent kick, this one. Okay, so from again, left hand stance, left leg forward. Okay, put the hand up. We want to kick through the hand and come back to our stance. Okay, try to bring the kick up and down, up and down into the target. Okay, loosen the knee. Ich, knee, sam, sheep, go, rook, chich, hatch, keep, chip. Okay, and change. Put some snap into it. Ich, knee, sam, sheep, go, rook, chich, hatch, keep, chip. Okay, and relax. Okay, guys, looking good, looking good. Okay, we're going to take a very short break there. Okay, guys, we're going to do just a little bit of line basics. Okay, if you're by yourself, obviously you can just do the basic movements by yourself. But if you have partners or group, please work in twos now. We are going to work crosswise so you can see what's happening. Okay, so basically, very simple, straightforward pair work. Okay, one person moving in Genzuki, okay, other person moving in Jodanuke, okay, Jodanuke, okay. You can work in an absolute straight line, but actually what would be more natural is if you are very slightly offsetting and using natural taisabaki or body shifting, yeah, to move just off of the line of force and the line of attack. This is one of the principles of Matsubayashi Ryu, is that we are moving around the line of attack and trying to use the other person's force against them. But right now, simple drill. One person doing Junzuki, Jodan, other person doing Jodanuke. Trying to work to the outside. Okay, so we're going to start. We're just on camera there. Okay, we're just going to work like 5 or 6 repetitions back and forth. Okay. So if you're working with a partner, hi Kyosuke, otogani okay, and kamaete. So you can just start in a natural stance facing your partner. Okay, Milton's going to step forward with Junzuki, and I'm going to move off with Jodanuke. He's going to continue it. Ni, san, sheep, go, rook. We'll go to 6, and then we'll go back. So now Miltos will be on the receiving end. Ich, ni, san, sheep, go, rook. Okay, and we'll change again. Hey, ni, san, sheep, go, rook, shich. Okay, sorry, I should have stopped at 6 there, got carried away. One more change. Ich, ni, san, sheep, go, rook. Good stuff. Okay. Okay, next combination. Miltos will be doing Chudan Yakuzuki, and I'll be working Uchiuke. Yeah, Uchiuke. Okay, so Chudanuke. Right. Work to the outside. So kamaite. So Miltos is going to step forward with Yakuzuki, right, and I'm going to work to the outside of his shoulder. Okay. Hey, san, sheep, go, rook, and change. Ich, ni, san, sheep, go, rook, change again. Ich, ni, san, sheep, go, rook. Okay, one more. Ich, ni, san, sheep, go, rook. Okay, and so, okay. The basic drills against Junzuki and Yakuzuki. Okay. We're really short on time tonight, so I'm not going to go into too much detail on these. But next drill going to be Gedi, front kick. And I'm going to work off to the side with Gedan Barai. Okay. So again, we're working Gedan Barai. Move off to the side. Move off to the side. Okay. You will have noticed already, particularly you Shotokan practitioners, that Matsubayashi Ryu doesn't use very deep stances. Generally in our basics, we do practice deep stances sometimes, that when we're moving, you want to be fairly upright and fairly mobile, okay? So that's kind of the feel of it. All right, so we're going to work partners again. Milto's going to come in with Chudan Maegeri. I'm going to work off to the side with Gedan Barai. Hey, 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 hitch, knee, san, sheep, go, hook. Okay, and change. Hitch, knee, san, sheep, go, hook. Good, and change. Hitch, knee, san, sheep, go, hook. Again, hitch, knee, san, sheep, go, hook. Very good. Okay. Very good. Okay, variation on this. I want to come underneath, then come up and catch. All right, so the Miltos comes in, Maegeri. Yeah, want to come in underneath and catch. Hitch, knee, san, sheep, go, hook. Okay, hitch, knee, san, sheep, go, hook. Right. And you're going to also work to the inside with this one too. So if you want to vary, work to the inside. Hitch, knee, san, sheep, go, hook, hitch, right, and change again. Hitch, knee, san, sheep, go, hook, B, and finish. Right, arigatou. Okay, good. Just checking the time here. Good, good. Okay, so we'll move swiftly on. We're going to work a couple of drills from sections of Pinan kata, otherwise known as Heian kata. We're going to jump into Pinan Shodan, which is Heian Nidan for Shotokan stylists. About 15 moves in the kata, there's a sequence where we move from Shuto-uke through to Uchi-uke in Kotodachi, kick and step through and punch. Okay, so we're just going to work this sequence against the attack being left jab or jinzuki and right punch, Yakuzuki or kind of a cross. Yeah, 1, 2 is the attack. Yeah, I'll be here 1, 2, and then counter attack. All right, so let's just run it one time so you can see what we're doing. So Miltos take Hidari Kamae. Okay, so you come in with a jab. Come in with a jab first, here. Start left stance. Yeah, left stance, okay. Move in here, this one first, and this one. All right, hitch, knee, san, kick, and punch. Okay, one more time. Let's come into the center so you can see a little better. All right, just parry the left, and then move underneath the right. Give yourself space. His groin is open. You can just push through his knee and then strike into the floating ribs, okay? Try to keep, when you strike, don't pull the other hand back into hikite. Keep the pressure against his arm so that you don't open up so easy to be hit by his other side, all right? So one more time. Hey, bitch, knee, sheep. Okay, so we're going to work this as a drill. Kind of work 3 repetitions down and 3 repetitions back, all right? So let's give it a try. Here we go. So jab, parry underneath, kick, and back to kamae. Hitch, hey, hey, and again, hitch, hey, hey. Okay. And when you've done 3, change positions. Okay. So this one you're going to parry. Just parry it off to that side. Kick, Here, yeah, yeah. Round punch, yes. It's good. Hey, it's good. Okay, and change again. 2 more reps. Hey, it's hey, 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 hey. Okay, and change again. Hey, hey. Good. Push. Nice. Hey, it's hey. This one, just push this one off. Yeah, this one's coming here. Just push it off that way. Yeah. It's hey, hey. Good. Okay, one more. Hey, it's hey. Good. All right, nice. Okay. How are you guys getting on with that one? Good stuff. Don't get too committed to the first parry against the jab, right? You just want to just very lightly just move that offline, even if it's a strong jab. Yeah, jab. Okay, just going to parry that one so it just misses, right? Here, yeah. With this hand, you get this stickiness, muchimi. In Okinawan martial arts, muchimi, stickiness, right? So I don't want to knock it away and lose my contact. Yeah, just parry because I want to catch the next one, right? So I don't want to bang it away. Yeah, I just want to know where it is, because if I can feel his hand, front hand here, I can feel his backhand coming too, right? So now I've added feeling to vision. Yeah, that's kind of a principle that runs through all of our Okinawan martial arts. Muchimi, stickiness. Once you stick onto them and touch them, maintain the contact and use it. Okay. So sorry, I'm going to rush on. But the next one is a good example of muchimi and stickiness too. So we're going to jump into our Pinan Nidan, which is Heian Shodan for Shotokan stylists. And right at the beginning of that kata, we have this circular movement followed by strike, circular, stepping through and striking. Okay, so we're going to work this as defense against being grabbed. All right, so we're going to work it as a drill. This time, again, we're going to work 3 and 3. So when Miltos comes in and cross grabs, okay, I'm going to step off to the side. So rather than just moving backwards, I step off to the side, roll, and drop my hand down on the outside of his. He holds on or he doesn't hold on, and I move in and strike. It's very, very simple, okay? But the movement is important here. If you just stay facing him, yeah, and do it here, you remain slap in the middle of his strike zone, right? So like the kata does, turn and move off 90 degrees, okay? All right, so this is a movement drill as much as a striking drill. Okay, hey, okay, so 3s and 3s, yeah? Hey. So come to you. It's good. Work both sides. Good. Okay. Good. Are you getting on with that? Looking good? Where are we? Level 39. Okay, good. Okay. There's a nice alternative you can work to that. If you do retain the grip, okay, if you do retain the grip, then rather than striking into the body or the head, come through with the arm bar across the back of his elbow to go for the elbow hyperextension, the break there, okay? All right, so if we do this one, then we can go down into the takedown. So the movement's now going to look, it's going to look very similar to the kata, yeah, but the surface we're using now is not the fist, it's the forearm, yeah? So just work that variation a few times too, right? Hey. 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 If you step through, you just add more momentum of force to that strike, to that break, right? Right. Have you got one before? Yeah. Right. Good. Yes. Right. Yep. Yeah. Good. Right. Good. Right. Okay. If you're going for that to be a control, then you kind of start to think about, making it precise, right? Getting in the right spot for leverage, whether that is just below the elbow, just above the elbow is a good spot for leverage, and kind of using it. But honestly, what we're training here is not really so much a control technique as just a break, yeah? In which case, yeah, better to be accurate, but what's more important is just using body momentum to go through. Okay. All right, we're just going to work one more technique, again from the Pinan series. Of course, there are literally hundreds of applications we can derive from the Pinan series, but one more before we take a break, as we're running up now to midnight here. All right, this one's going to come from Pinan Sandan, and in Pinan Sandan, we have this very distinctive 1, 2, 3 sequence right at the beginning of the kata. Okay, so we're going to work this from a left jab, but this time a hook. So Milton's attack is going to be jab, hook, yeah, jab, yeah, this one, jab, jab, hook, okay, great, jab, hook, yeah, okay. So I'm going to work, the kata has me doing this at the beginning, right? So 2 hands are in play, yeah? So jab comes in, 1, 2, going to come in and cover inside. Yeah. From there, I want to come in and wrap up underneath. Okay. And if I can, then my simple attack is just to palm heel and strike up through the side of the head and bring him down. Okay. So that's what we're going to do to start with. It's very, very simple. Okay. He's going to come in. Yeah. 1, 2, wrap up and strike. Okay. And bring him down. You don't have to control the arm. The objective here is just to bring him down on the floor, to knock him down to the ground, okay? So one more time. The first movement is the right hand, yeah? 1, 2, yeah? 1, 2, okay? So 1, 2, cover, and try to roll underneath. Yeah, if you can, try and get that arm break or the arm extension, and then bring the other hand from palm heel, just strike up through. All right, here, just up. Strike up to the jaw and to the ear, and then bring it down. All right, really, really simple, really straightforward. It's like a big smack, a big slap, yeah? Okay, so let's give Milton a chance to work it too. So again, 3s and 3s, okay? 3 repetitions, right? So I'll come into you. Yeah. So yeah, 1, and then 2. So this is your good. Yeah. Wrap underneath, yeah, and then yeah, good. Good. Okay. And again, yeah. Yeah, I can bring that. Okay. Good. Come to you again. Hey. Yeah, hitch. And again, hitch.
My body twisting.
That's good. From here, don't forget to 1, 2, 1, 2. Yeah. If you twist this way, hyperextend my arm. No, the other way. Thrust your arm forward. There. Yeah. Okay. So one variation on that, which is a natural variation that comes up, is if he manages to block that palm, if he sees that palm coming, he manages to get his hand in the way, which he starts to do naturally anyway, right? So let's run it slowly. Yeah. All right. 1, 2, 3. He sees that hand. Yeah. Okay. Just pull it down and catch it. The other hand and hit him again. Okay. All right. So if this one, if he manages to get that one in the way, just pull it down and hit him again. All right. Try to get 2 arms with one, right? If you relax, it's easier to work it. Don't get too tense about this, okay? All right. You can catch it anyway, even better. All right. I'll attack you. Hey. Here again, yeah. Nice. That was very good. Good. Okay. All right. That one's a fun one. Obviously, once you've got him tied up here, right, you can't stay there for very long because people are going to start to wriggle and struggle out. But when you have when you have this kind of wrapped up position, yeah, then very easy to work the head, right? Work the head, just bring it down to the ground. Yeah. Okay. So don't stay there for too long, unless you think you can get into some sort of constructive conversation with them. All right. Okay, let's just take the time. Okay. We've got just about 10 minutes to go. So let's do a bit of, in Matsubayashi Ryu, we like to do our conditioning exercises. Okay, we call it kote kitai. Okay, so we're just going to run through a set of kote kitai before we take a break to see the new year in. All right, so you guys probably do something similar. But if you don't, feel free to think about incorporating this into your training. We don't practice taking strong strikes to the body, but we practice taking those strikes to the limbs instead. Okay, different schools of karate have different ideas about this, but we are going to mainly just train the limbs. Okay, so first one is just training the upper side of the forearm. Okay. It's, yeah, san, shi, go, go, shich, hach, kyu, ju, ich, ni, san, shi, go, go, shich, hach, kyu, ju, ich, ni, san, shi, go, go, ich, hach, kyu, ju. Okay, good. When you're training it, you can try and train different positions on your arm as you go along. Okay, now we're going to go 1, 2, 3. Okay, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So 1 inside of the arm, top of the arm, outside of the arm, inside, top, outside. Okay. All right, let's practice that one. Hey, ich, ni, san, 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 ich, ni, san. Oh, come on, my bad. Ich, ni, san. Okay, good. All right, good. Next drill. Okay, this is from kind of what looks like a forward punch position. So Miltos is going to come forward, position, just punch forward to kind of my left shoulder. I'm going to come inside like Uchiuke, but I don't want to push it away from me. I'm just going to cradle it there, yeah? And then bring my right arm underneath, bring it across so it's in front of my right shoulder, and then with my left hand, clear down. So I'm striking to the top of his forearm, right? Okay, now I'm going to punch his left shoulder, he goes underneath, clears, comes, and then again, repeat. Ni, san, hey, ich, 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 sa ich ni 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 sa. Okay, yummy, good, excellent. Okay, down to legs. So if you're working with a partner and you're working legs, okay, work with your partner. Don't try to destroy them or punish them. All right. You know, if you hit the nerve bundle there on the outside of the leg, you're going to give them a dead leg. All right. So you don't need to keep proving that. Give them a chance to work with you. Okay. Person that's receiving the low kick, learn to use timing and the angle of the front of your leg to protect the side of your leg. Okay. So we'll just go through this slowly so you can see what we're doing. So from a left-hand stance, I'm just going to kick here, 1, right, then I'll kick 2, right, itch, right, right, right. Be careful you don't kick the knee. Good, itch, right, itch, 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 itch. And change sides. Okay, and yummy. Good. Let's check the time again. Whew. Okay, we've got a few minutes left, so we're going to do the lower legs too, all right? So again, kamae, okay, come in, okay, kick to the lower leg. So when you're receiving the kick here, just angle your leg slightly out to the forward corner. Don't present your shin bone, okay? That's going to hurt a lot, right? Present the forward, just the outside, forward outside of your shin, okay, which is where your muscle is. All right, hopefully you guys can see that. If we come over here a little bit, okay, so, hey, let's, hey, some, cheap, go, look, it's, touch, cute, chip, and change. Hey, it's, hey, cheap, go, look, it's, touch, cute, chip, good. Okay, good. Okay, good stuff. Okay, so last one then. So now the kick's going to come in at thigh height. And I'm going to catch it on the outside of my shin, right? On the outside of my shin, not on the front side. Okay, so this is going to look like our naihanchi stepping, our naihanchi or teki stepping. Yeah. Right. So Miltos is going to kick in here. Pitch. Neat. One on one, yeah. It's neat. Some sheep. Whoops. Got those in there. Touch. It's touch. Doop. Doop. Get it on the side. I'll kick to you. I'll kick to you. It's. Move up. It's neat. Some sheep. Whoop. Look. It's touch. Doop, doop. Good. I think it's good. Okay. Good stuff. Good to see. Okay. So just as a little add-on to that, try to add a little bit of kazushi into that. Okay. So same thing again. Kick comes in. Right. It's, okay, try to take them off balance when they come into kick. Right, one more time. Kick comes in here. Yeah. Try to push them off balance, push away. Right, so you're not just giving them something to bounce off. Receive and push back. Ideally, actually, you want to put a toe kick into their groin. Right, kick comes in. Right, receive and put a toe kick into their groin. Yeah, it takes a little more practice. So just try now to think about receive and push back, receive and push back. All right, just try that. It's kind of a softer exercise, but you can still work once you get it with strength and impact. Okay, so right. It's no, change the sense. It's neat. Sun. Sheep. Sheep. Walk. Rock. Sitch. Sitch. Touch. Cube. Kick. Chip. Good. Okay. That's okay. Okay. Good. Well, hopefully your legs are still in one piece. This is good practice. Okay. When you're working this kind of training, you should work progressively. Okay. So you don't need to damage yourself. You know, step by step, step by step. Take it slow. Okay. Get the form right. Get used to the impact, however much impact that is, and then build up from there. Obviously, works best if you can, you know, work this regularly in your class with your training partners. Okay. So. Wow, 3 minutes to go. Guys, do you want to turn your, should we take a break there? If you want to turn your mics back on, we're going to grab a little drink and we're going to toast 2022, which is arriving here in about 2 minutes' time.
Yeah.
Wishing everybody health and happiness in 2022. It's going to be difficult. We know it's going to be difficult, but we're going to get through it. Our karate gives us strength, right? Yeah, we train ourselves to look after ourselves and to look after everybody else. That's the Okinawan karate spirit. And I want to wish everybody the absolute best. Any words?
I just hope it's not as busy.
Yeah, hope we get some time off.
Yeah.
Okay, can you see the clock there? Is it,
We got 20 seconds.
20 seconds. Okay, so I'm going to count down in my head.
Hit your.
Yeah, has everybody got a glass? You ready?
Go. Count down in Japanese.
4, 4, 3, 2, 1. Kanpai!
Frohes neues Jahr.
Happy New Year.
Sorry for I'm still stuck in 21.
Yeah.
Hours.
Hang in there. 2021 will be over in just a few hours. You're almost there.
See, it's already better over here in 2022.
Oh.
If you point at the middle of the screen at the bottom,
It always tastes best after training.
what happened was when you put your belt.
I know. That's my friend Kevin Seiler.
So you're ready in 2022, sensei?
Sorry, say that again?
You're ready in 2022?
Yeah, we've arrived in 2022, and I tell you, it feels so much better.
You're ahead of us, huh?
What was that? COVID gone now?
Happy New Year.
What was that thing that happened last year? I've forgotten already. Yeah, it was we're all good.
Future, eh? You are future karateka, yeah?
I don't know if you guys do it. But our tradition also here is to go and see the sunrise. So in about 6 hours from now, we're going down to the south coast of Okinawa to see the sunrise come up over the Pacific Ocean. Kind of pretty cool. I'm very, very grateful to be able to be here and do that kind of thing. It's just amazing. Really.
You don't see something like that.
All right.
I actually got a great sunrise.
Chris right here didn't show a picture.
Oh yeah. Yeah. It's an amazing apartment. You can amazing sea view. You get more of the rainbow.
Yeah, everything. We get everything over there.
Yeah. Okay, you guys ready to
Germany.
try a little bit of kobudo then?
Hi.
Jump into it.
Kobudo is always better after you've had a drink. or
Yeah,
two.
absolutely, absolutely. Yeah.
This is pretty cool. Actually, this has a lot to do with the kata that we were doing, the Yoshi one.
Yeah.
So, just so you guys can see, this is a little bit of an unusual position. When we start everything, it's going to start in like this type of kamae, and it's with the right. So the right goes first on all these.
Hi.
So, trying to get where you guys can see, but my palm is down on both of them. So when you see it, it'll be from the front like that. And that's where the beginning position is. And then after that, we change it up. But that's how we start all of it. So that's, you know, so you guys know.
Run it individually first, or?
Yeah, we can run each of the parts.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's 5 parts to this. They're pretty easy. So we start off, we're in the kamae. The first one you're coming out, it's left, right. And then from here, we're just kind of going in. So it's just going to be, you're coming out. So it's just like in the kata. All right. So we'll do that one again for number 1. So you're starting off here. 1, 2, 3. So pretty easy, right? Second one, we're coming out here. And it's kind of the same type of idea where we're going to be doing like 1, 2, 3 type stuff. I'm totally spacing on 2.
Well, can we run one a couple times?
Yeah, absolutely. So for 1, just for a few more times. So we start off here, go through, and then out. Now the way that this one works, I'll get a bow. So this is a side tie bow, which means that it's all intended against a bow. So if James starts off with the right foot forward, I'm going to start here too. Now he's actually going towards me, and we're going to do shoot on. Other arm out. There you go. Next one, shoot on. Then I stay here, and you come over the top. Comes out. There you go. Yeah. So it's just the 2 hits.
Right.
Let's just see what they do.
Here.
Right.
So that's the block.
2. Right.
Yep.
So starting from the right.
Looking
Yeah,
with-
because it's just like the kata where it
Right.
starts on the other foot, on the other one. So 1.
That all- good.
There you go.
In the punch.
Lined up there.
Yeah.
Right.
So that's pretty much it for 1. Did everybody see that? Or were you guys able to pick up the angles and everything for that?
I'm sorry, Sensei, would it be possible for you to ask people to mute again? We're getting a lot of interference.
Oh yeah, absolutely. If you guys, if you don't mind, please mute your camera or your stuff so we won't get any feedback.
Yeah.
All right. So starting again, this is the first one. So you're coming towards me. 1, 2. There you go. And then we're just- so here, I'll have you come towards me.
Right.
All right, so we start off here. Yeah. So this one, you can,
Okay.
yeah, you can tag it right in the center.
Right.
Let's move up a little bit closer.
Yeah.
So I want to make sure everybody can see the hand movements and everything. So we start off, we're here. So the first one actually, and I'm coming through, it's here, here, like that. Yeah. Do it again. Yeah, you want to give it that little tap,
Right?
Because that's
Sorry to
Sensei?
bother. If you can
Sensei,
start
as
more from the back. We are not
As
seeing
you-
the two move.
Oh, okay.
As-
so more
yeah.
back.
Rectangle.
We can do it
As
more
you're-
angular.
as you're advancing, you're going off screen.
Okay,
Ah.
let's work. We'll work at an angle instead. We'll try that. Yeah?
Okay. Oh, I think I see what you're saying. So we start off here. The first one is just coming in this way. Second one here, and then this one is here. So because it's a sai tai bow, the person with the sai should actually be stepping forward. You're
Oh,
going
okay.
backwards. I
Okay.
was like, why does this feel weird? Okay.
Right.
So we're here.
Hey.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's just two, and then the third is the counter, which comes straight over. Now, the idea with this is I want to put my thumb in the middle here and just literally just kind of drop it on top of it. You would do it from like this
Let's do
angle,
an
maybe?
angle.
Okay. So, whoop, sorry. Yep. Can you guys see this okay from that angle? Is that okay? All right.
Hey.
Yeah.
Hey. Hey.
Yeah.
Inside. Hey. Pitch. Hey.
You went.
You're hooking.
Yeah,
Hooking on each
I'm
one.
coming like this.
Yep.
So, like on the kata, when they're coming over, it's all those.
Mm.
It's
You're
literally that.
using the outside hook
Yeah,
to
you're
catch the
using-
bow. Yeah.
Yeah, you're using the yoko
Yeah.
to catch it. So just to show that movement, when I come in, I'm like literally catching like that. And then I can actually wrap my fingers around it or do whatever I need to, or even just turn like that to kind of pull it. But the idea is that you want to kind of get that in there so that we have a little bit of leeway that way. So.
So the smash is onto the hand on the bow.
Yeah. So when I do the smash, I do it like right in the center. It's just kind of like just to tap it. So the reason that we do the hitting on the bow is because a lot of people aren't used to the vibration that actually happens when you block something. Because like if I'm here and I hit it, that actually can kind of rattle a lot of people, especially if they're not used to actually taking some type of impact. So a lot of times if you're coming in like that, just that hit will rattle them. They're like, oh, wait a minute. So that's why when you come down, you still want to hit it in the center and just give them a little bit of a tap. Not trying to break the bow or take it away from them, just a little bit so they can feel that vibration. Yep. I'm kind of watching where we are on the screen.
Well, you guys can see what's happening there.
Yeah.
Okay.
So-
Number two.
Yeah, we'll do number two. So number two is Jodan Jodan.
Jodan.
So we start off in the same position. Now we're kind of come back, Jodan, right? Now from here, we're just going sliding in. I don't know if you guys could see all that. All right, we start off from here, Jodan, and then from here, I'm just coming up and sliding in. So essentially I'm putting the Kashira, I'm kind of going in at like this type of angle, and I'm just sliding into them with the Kashira. So based on how yours are made, you'll get different shapes. These are the ones that we use. They're a little bit more pointy, but even if it's a blunt end and they're taken into the ribs, it's still going to hurt a lot. So it doesn't really matter. But you guys see what I'm talking about over here too. So
Okay.
yeah, from here,
Pitch. Hey.
yep. That's right.
Yeah. Hey.
Hey.
So it's
Yep, so you're going
Left.
towards me. So I'm gonna start off on the right here, right?
Yeah.
So you're coming towards me. Right, and then come shift in. Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
Done.
Yeah, try to get like ribs.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Push.
Yep. So it's just high, high. So when we're talking things like this would be a mako strike. So mako is where you're going high like this. So the first ones were yoko, which is like side to side. So it's just mako.
Right.
So when you're here,
right,
you're coming in towards me. Mako, mako. There you go.
Right.
So the trick on it, on that second one, is you got to roll your hand like that. So when it hits, it's not going to catch so much because you want to like this and then knock it out of the way and come in.
Right.
Yeah, yeah. The first one's a little bit of a catch though.
Yeah. Right.
So when we're here, right? So you're going towards me.
Right.
Here.
Sideways, yeah.
Yeah.
Catches, yeah.
Yep.
Right.
There you go.
Push.
Yeah. I said this stuff's like literally right out of the kata. Let's move back just a little bit. Oh, no. Towards me a little bit. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah. It's
So
right.
there you go. Hey. Hey. There you go. You got it.
Right.
It's not so bad. This is just the 2 hits.
Right.
Hey. There you go.
A little bit of a little bit.
Yeah, yeah.
Pull in and then come back out again.
You remember how in the kata how it comes up and then goes?
Right. Here and then.
That's it right there.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. Right.
Which when you do it, you're like, oh, hey, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's easy to get that extra little hook in there.
Something. Yeah.
Yep.
Right.
Hey. There you go. Hey. Anybody have any questions about this second one? It's not too bad. I see a lot of thumbs up.
I do. I'm sorry. There's a delay. Is there a third step, or are you actually thrusting? I don't have side. I'm using my swords.
So
When you
it
come
kind of
with
is.
the 2 jodans, are you staying in the same right forward, or are you taking a third step with the thrust?
It should be the third step with the thrust. So it should be, you start on the right, left, right, left.
So you are stepping forward with the thrust.
Yeah, yeah, you are. It's a slight step forward or a shuffle forward based on your distancing.
I just noticed he kept the right side forward with a shuffle instead of taking a full step with the thrust.
Yeah, it should be a full step.
Gotcha.
So that's where you're lifting up.
Right.
Yeah, yeah. So just to do it again.
Right.
Hey. Yeah.
One more time. Hey.
So what he's doing is actually acceptable with just the sliding in, but the point is that you don't want to stay in one spot. So what we don't want to do is we don't want to start here, and he comes in, and then 2, and then without moving at all, just trying to hit. The point of it is really sliding in and getting that, or doing the full step, if you can. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I just didn't know if we're keeping the same foot forward or stepping forward with each one.
Yeah, it should be alternating steps.
So it's 1, 2.
1, 2. Yeah.
That's what I was saying. Okay.
Yeah.
Make sure it's the third step. Thank you.
I'm running out of space because I've got long legs and long arms. So.
We're trying to also stay within the frame, so it makes it a little difficult.
Yeah.
Like
just
if
for
we
sure.
started off back over here. All right, so I'm gonna do hidden stepping. What's that? Yeah. In the kata, it's a shuffle step. For this drill, you try to step all the way through if you have the room. Yeah. Okay. So we're gonna be a little bit out of frame here, just so we can actually get the full steps. So.
Right.
Yep. Hey. There you go. Did you guys see that okay? All right, we'll do it one more time. Hey. There you go. Cool. So let's do number 3.
Right.
I'm trying to kind of cruise through these because if we take too long on them, we'll be stuck on one for half the night. Okay, So number 3 is Gadon, Gadon.
Gadon.
So
Right.
the strike from the bow is actually a Gadon Kessa. So in other words, you're coming up and going all the way down. So from here, going forward, Gadon, Gadon, down, 1, 2. And you stay on the same foot on that one.
Right.
So doing it again. So from here, Gadon, Gadon, down block, 1, 2. There we go. So I added some bow. Now the strike is a Kessa Gadon. So Kessas come from the shoulder and they're coming angular. Normally you stop it about mid-level, but for these particular ones, you're gonna go all the way Gadon. So I'm coming all the way down to like the knee height. So when we start off, he's coming in. So you're gonna come forward at the left because you're gonna shift out of the way.
Ah, I see. Go through
Yeah.
the past. Right.
Yeah, yeah. So from here, there you go. There you go. Down, 1, 2.
Push.
Hey.
Push.
Hey. Cool. It's totally good if you don't hit it too. Because the idea is that you want to push that Gadon strike past you.
Right.
So if we are here and he comes in and I'm setting up for this, there we go. Yep. Yep. Now the other reason for this down block position that he's doing, so when he comes in for this down block, if I do try to recoil at all, I'm just going to hit the side. So he's essentially blocked me from any type of countering that I could possibly do. So that's kind of the idea with that. Short of coming off with the backhand, but even
Right.
that, it's going to take too long. He'll be able to recognize it and kind of move from there. So. There we go. Hey. Hey.
Too slow. Pitch. Side stickage there.
Yeah. The Sai have some Achimi in them.
They do now. Yeah.
Hey.
Hey. Pitch.
Hey. There we go. Tight. So the way that Kurashita Sensei taught this one is when we were here, right?
Right.
When we step, I'm coming in here, and right as you're lifting the leg is where that impact is.
Ah.
And then here, yeah,
Right.
there it is. And then there's the hit. Yeah.
Okay. So kind of catching
Yeah,
where
because
we're
I'm
hitting down
trying
here.
to catch you right here.
Yeah.
And right when it's coming from here, so right as you see it lifting,
Yeah.
there you go. And then I'm coming like that.
Right.
Yeah.
That comes in, yeah.
Yep.
Gotcha. Right.
It's kind of a weird little timing thing on that.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's always fun. We're here. There you go. That was actually a really good one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like you've done this before. There we go. Everybody okay with this one? Like with the pattern and everything? Okay, cool. So let's do
Right.
number 4.
Push.
Number 4 is a little bit on the easy side.
Good.
So we'll have some fun with this one, I think. All right. Actually, let's do number 5 and then we'll back up to number 4. There's a reason for this. Okay, so for number 5, what we're gonna do is we're gonna start from here, go up, across, and then slide in. So you're kind of working on one side. So from here, so my right foot's forward. When I step with my left, I do a juji, and then I'm gonna come across with my right foot going forward, and we're coming across this way, which is blocking from here, right? And then you're gonna go over your head and drop, which represents the throw. Which you see this in like Kojo no Sai, and it's actually represented in the Saiichi and Sai Ni, but we don't actually do the throw. So, yes. Yes. What's up, Aubrey?
Versus the outside. So like opposed we need to for
I got you. We'll do it again from a front angle so you can see it. I'll grab the bow.
It's less of a block and more of a sweep.
Yeah, you're kind of more parrying with it. I'm going to do it from this angle so you can see this a little better. Okay. All right. So let's go back just a pinch. Okay, so when we're here, he comes in with this, or he comes in with the first one, and we're doing a kessa here. So see how it catches and just glides it past. Yeah, could you see that better? Yeah, it's kind of like you're helping it get by. Really, the block is that you're lifting your leg up and you're helping it get by. Yeah. Right. Yep. You're not even worried about really attacking it. All right. So number 5, here, 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 here. So it's a lot of shifting. Just like that. So how does this work?
Right.
All right. So we're starting off with the Jujuyuki. So when we're on your right, all right. So he's coming in with the left with the Jujuyuki. I'm coming to here. Now here's where it's interesting. So we're going kind of at your left foot. I'm like, why does this not look right? Okay, so the second that I hit, I'm coming this way. So he's got to block it over to here. And then here, when he shifts in to slide in, he's going to get real close. Yeah, and that's that throw, which would go either into me or into my feet or wherever. But the point is that he's right on me. So the attack for this is actually Mako. And then you're coming up with a Gaku Yoko from the side, and I'm using the back of my hand to hit. So when you see this, there it is. Yeah. Yep. Hey, have a good one, man. Happy New Year. Yep. So from here, there we go.
This one up or just,
Yeah, I keep it right in the center.
Yeah.
Usually like that, because that way it won't. Yeah. So what we're talking about is the backhand. The backhand is actually kind of your palm is facing the ground, but you're kind of keeping it midsection here. So if we do this the other way, so we start off here. All right. So you see how his hand is there? Keeping that in the center line is going to really kind of guard from anything here happening. So if I go up, all he has to do is just change the arm angle like that, and he can hook it and actually keep it in tight that way. So he's not going to lose control. But yeah, that's kind of the idea with it, is you want to keep that hand in the center line. It's an older Naha method for blocking, and it's using the center line. But like in a lot of the kata that we do, when I'm coming out, even this, I'm keeping this in the center line. So even though this hand might be out, this one's still blocking the center. So when I come through and leave this in here like this, it's still that center line. So I can actually block that center line pretty much from anywhere as I'm keeping this on. It's a different style of kobudo than what a lot of people are familiar with. But yeah, it uses this type of movement here, or even turned all the way over like this, so that if something comes up here, you can just hook it and pull. Yeah, so the idea is to keep your center line blocked. Because if we go from here, and let's say I pull it all the way back, I've created an opening. So I want to keep things a lot tighter. So when I'm moving, it's keeping everything in a little bit closer, so I have more control over the center line. Yeah, so that's a lot of the idea with that.
Right.
Within Kunoshinosa, it's all.
Yeah, absolutely.
It all stays there like that.
Yeah.
Oh, let's do number 4.
Right.
Since we kind of went over 5. All right. Number 4 is the most difficult one to pull off. So when you're coming in, it's actually against kesa strikes. So that as the kesa comes in, you're hitting it and knocking it out of the way. 2 and 3. It's coming straight up. So it's kind of a dirty tactic. Here, I'll give you this for a second. So I'll show you guys how this thing kind of works. Now, if we start off here, now I'm going in towards you. So you're coming in with a kesa. Oh, yep. That's actually good. Yeah. So you're coming in with a kesa. Then kesa. Yeah. So what you're actually doing, you want to run this, just catch them and drag it up.
Oh, nasty.
Yeah. So what I'm doing is, as I'm coming up like this, trying to get where you guys can all see, I'm kind of really using my thumb to kind of guide it. And I want to put the yoko into his stomach and just drag it up. So essentially starting about here and just drag. So these are kesa blocks. So when I'm here, we're coming up like that for the block. And the second one, and this one, I said that's where we're going up. So, yeah, because I'm going towards you.
Right. Yes.
Yeah. If you notice, that's the height.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the belly button and just work your way up, right?
Or the tape. That's actually what when I learned that. That's what it was. It's kind of like when you're at your groin area.
It's can opener, isn't it?
It is. It's nasty.
Yeah.
There's nothing good about this.
Hey.
And the other thing is, when we're up,
Right.
if I go up, you know, we went out of frame there a little bit. If I go up here, right, I have the possibility of capturing the bow, doing something with this here if I want to. But for the most part, what we're doing is we're going between the bow and the body, and I'm leaving it flat, so I'm not actually going to hurt them. But yeah, you're like this. Like I said, the idea is going up this way, where we're going to be more like that, and I'm kind of controlling it with my thumb to keep it in position. So yeah. So let's change it up a little bit. I'll do the,
Okay.
I'll let you try it. All right, so we're gonna try to do this a little close so that you guys can kind of catch everything. All right, so you're coming towards me. Here's the first kesa. Yeah, second kesa. And then you want to come up Between, yeah. All right. Yeah. Yep. It's always horrible when you see that coming in.
Wait, bad timing. It's
Yep.
timing. It's,
There we go.
it's,
Yep. Do one more time.
wait.
Oh, yeah. There you go.
It's,
Hey.
unless,
So, does anybody have any questions about any of those or want to see any of those segments again?
got nods there, nods, lots of nods. Yeah.
You guys just
Everything
wanna see-
fine, I repeat.
All right, so you just want to see me keep on attacking James. I got you. Yeah. So we have locals passing by.
People celebrating. Yay.
Question, Sensei.
I,
I have a question, Sensei. On this number 5 here, am I seeing it correctly that you're still protecting the center with the back, even with these upper blocks?
That is correct.
Thank you.
So for number 5, I'll do this one for you. So when we come in from here, so number 5, we're going up, across, and see how I've already put this like in that position. So if we're on the right, step with the left, there's your Jujuyuki. Step with the right, and this hand's already blocking the center, and then we're gonna go over the head and drop it. There you go. So in the actual kata, the segment's kind of like here, 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 here. We're going through all this. We're going to turn and go into here. That's the actual segment out of the kata. So it follows along with what the kata is pretty much. So.
and this kata is Kunoshinosa.
Yeah, Kunoshinosa.
So Kunoshinosa, just very briefly, for
Yeah.
people who don't know what it is, could you
So
explain?
it's an older kata by Kunoyoshi Shinkitichi. He died in about 1940. And he was up in Nago teaching. And he actually taught like Nakamura Shiguru from Ryukyu Kempo, and he taught Nakahima Kinko from Ruiru. So this kata actually comes from Ruiru, but the kata itself was one of his that he modified off of Arakaki no Kon. And Arakaki no Kon is like a modification off of Kojo no Kon, or Kojo no Sai, I'm sorry. It's late. But yeah, so they kind of all modified off of each other, but it's Kuniyoshi Sensei's specific version of it. And that's where a lot of this stuff comes from. So it's kind of cool when you see it because there are other styles that practice the same kata, like Okinawa Kempo is a good example of it, and Duedu and Duhodu. So a few styles, but yeah, it's an older kata. And it uses a Naha method for Saijitsu, which a lot of people don't practice anymore, which is keeping the hand in that guard position. So all of this stuff, even like if I'm doing like Furi Uchi, for example, when I'm coming over, this one is taking the guard position at the same time. So that's one of the characteristics of the Naha Saijitsu. So it's just a little different because I know a lot of styles will pull all the way back, but it's really just kind of that idea of guarding your center line and keeping that a little bit more protected than necessarily pulling it back to here. Now, if I pull it back to here, I can get more range of motion for a better strike, but the idea wasn't necessarily the range of the motion for the strike, because if I'm parrying or whatever up front, I'm just really kind of guarding everything. And even from here, you can get a decent hit, especially if you're hitting with a kashira. So it's not like it's a fist, you know, it's actually a metal object. So you don't really have to do like a wind up and a punch. Because I mean, even little ones from there, it's a lot more impact because you're hitting them with something metal. So that was kind of the idea behind it, was you want to really kind of guard that center line a lot more. Which, I mean, the whole kata is just literally guard the center line.
Right.
Yeah. So yeah, that was pretty much it. I wanted to just kind of run through those mostly for your sake.
Thank you.
Yeah, because he's been working on Kunoshinosa. So we've kind of wanted to do the drills and let everybody see and everything. And that way also you guys can get a little bit of exposure to the Naha Saijits. Because it, like I said, it is something a little bit different. You do see it a lot in like Doi-Do, because they still do this where they're keeping the hands in the positions. Unless you're looking at a lot of the modern sports stuff, then they're still pulling back. But yeah, that's the way that we were always kind of taught it. It was like this. And if you do have anybody who does Goju-ryu, the Shodokan Goju-ryu lineage also teaches this, which is where I actually learned it all from. So that's pretty much it for this.
Fantastic. Well, you know, Sai is fascinating weapon, and I think one of the most challenging weapons to learn, right? You know, it's getting even reasonably dexterous with Sai takes quite a lot of work. What's really interesting about the Sai Jitsu that we just looked at is it really is some of the older, I would say, more original sources of Sai Jitsu in Okinawa that this kata springs from.
Yeah.
And we can see echoes of this kata in a lot of different styles today in Okinawa. Yeah? The underlying Enbusen of Arakaki no Sai, which became Kunoshinosa, is shared by a lot of other subsequent variations that have ended up in lots of different schools, not just Nahate side, like on the what we now think of as the Shorinryu side too. So very, very interesting. And I just want to make a shameless plug, which is that from next week, I'm very happy to say that Scot Sensei will be coming back and teaching here on a weekly basis. We'll be online as well.
Yeah, I'll be doing online classes as
online
well.
as well. There'll be evening classes, earlier evening, but evening classes here, and you're very welcome to come along and join us for those classes. That's on a Thursday.
Yeah, it's going to be Thursday, 7 p.m. Japan time.
Yeah.
So I think that'll be 5 a.m. East Coast.
Yeah.
But it's available for anybody who's interested.
Yeah. Not to mention the fact that Scot Sensei actually teaches online other times as well. He has his own group of students and organization who are here today. Thank you very much for joining us, guys. Yeah, there are lots of opportunities to actually get online and train with us here in Okinawa, and lots of other teachers in Okinawa too. We're very happy to help facilitate that. So it's really good to see so many new faces tonight. Thank you so much for joining us. You know, in Okinawa, they have a phrase, Icharaba Chode. It's Okinawan language, Icharaba Chode, which means once we meet, we are family. So that's the spirit with which we welcome you tonight, and we hope that you'll come and join us again. So yeah, good. Shall we
wrap it up?
Should we wrap it up there?
Happy New Year, Sensei. And
Happy New Year, Sensei.
Kevin, Sensei. I look forward to training with you in the future. So have a great one. Bye-bye.
Good to see you. Okay. Well, thank you very much, everybody. Arigatou gozaimashita. Bye. Have a wonderful New Year's Eve and a fantastic Happy New Year to you all.
Thank you, senseis. Arigatou gozaimasu.
Happy healthy New Year, everybody. Take care.